Hello people of YouTube, it's that time. It's been a little while, but I have my next shipment from u.s.s, and it's a thicker box. I believe I've got one of my special gifts in here. So let's open it up, find out. Yay! We have the insectoid ship. We have the Prometheus and a special and a future Enterprise. Oh, let's pull it all out. Issue 24, insectoid ships. I've actually been rewatching Star Trek Enterprise to kind of refresh myself on some of these things. Camera. Content. Guessing it's going to be the same basic layout. Talks about the ship. We've got a, what do you call this? Ship profile, but it really doesn't have much information. Guess there's not much information to be had. Warship. The designing. There's usually a designing part in here. And a little bit about the insectoids, which is becoming more and more common. They fill some of the space about the species that makes the ship. And of course you end with on-screen key appearances and some trivia. Pretty standard makeup. And then you've got the u.s.s Prometheus. We'll flip through it real quick. Contents. Kind of an opening about the ship. Ship separation. So that has its own section. That's kind of cool. Ship profile. Some of the bits and pieces pointed out. Designing. As usual. Quite a bit of designing in there. On-screen trivia and key appearances. So standard layouts. Next up, the Thulvian ship. We'll have to wait a few weeks for that. But let's go through and open these up. Insectoid ship. It's rather thick. Rather a large. Feels rather weighty. It appears to have arrived in one piece. Get it out in one piece. There we go. Alright. It's got some weight to it. I'm not sure where the metal actually is. I think it's buried in there. It's got a lot of plastic on top of it. The ship is not entirely symmetrical. I've never studied the ship design before, so I don't know how accurate that is. I can only assume that's the case. Not symmetrical. Symmetrical isn't the word. Maybe it is. But you've got your three pieces here. But in this part there's basically two. And some of these differ as between the sections. But anyhow, it's got a nice amount of detail. This looks a little scratched up, but I'm guessing it's supposed to be that way. Representation of what the ship looks like. Nice little amount of details and pieces in the back. Even kind of hang away from the body a little bit, so that's really cool. And we've got what appears to be windows here and there. So that's really nice. Can't say I'm particularly excited about the ship, but certainly add it to my collection. It's not one of the ships that I'm very excited about, but I am happy to have it. So we do our usual snap the base. And set that in there. There you go. Pretty straightforward. So let's slide this on out of the way and get to the Prometheus. The Prometheus. It's rather small looking, but it does have some weight. I guess this is the metal section here with the plastic underneath. And it's got nice detail. It's got windows and of course the name. And the sails seem to be fairly even. Seems like there's a little bit of a curve on one of them, but oh well. The other side, this part, it's not a lot of surface detail. It's very flat, but it does have painted on detail. It's got a lot of the Aztecing. And, you know, I watch other videos about other people. I know I'm not getting the most recent ships, but I do like to see what others have gotten, especially in the UK, and compare it to what I'm getting here in the US. And most of the time it's the same thing. There are occasionally errors that I look for to see if they're corrected. But this one, I don't remember there being any particular issues with the ship other than people pointing out how flat that is. But you kind of got to hold it at the right light. And maybe this camera will pick it up better in my eyes, but there is Aztecing in there. There is some detail. So all in all, it's a nice ship. Oh. And we set this up on its stand. Got a little bit of a flash on the end, but let's see if that's going to matter. I think it's going to fit nice and solid. Ta-da! Again, easy peasy. So let's slide this out of the way. And those are the two main ships of this collection. We've got one more here, and I think I'm going to make a separate video for this. Not a whole lot to it, but I just kind of figure with this ship, it comes at different times for different subscribers. The ones in the UK seem to come a lot sooner than here in the United States. I don't know why, but just for the sake of people looking for certain ship. I'm going to make a separate video about this. So, we'll end it there. I've got the two most current ships, or most current for me, the Insectoid ship and the Prometheus. Very pleased with them. Happy to have more in my collection. No complaints. Nice detail. And there we go. If you have any questions, comments, leave them down below. We thank you for watching and keep on keeping on.